The Barbie movie just made over $1 billion already. And to be honest, I'm not that surprised because, well, I don't know, I'm just a Barbie lover myself. And one of the reasons I think I've always been drawn to Barbie is because, let's face it, she is a style icon. In fact, I think there's a lot of things that we can learn about Barbie and some fashion lessons we can take away, which is exactly what we're going to talk about in today's video. Now, make sure you stay through to the end because I think the last tip is probably my favorite tip of them all. But let's get started with the first one, which is one of the most important, and that's that Barbie always dresses for success. She's had over 100 careers and she always dresses the part and looks the part. And I remember being younger and people always telling me, dress the part, look the part, and it is so true. I mean, whether she is an astronaut or a gymnast, I've seen her be a doctor in heels, like she is always dressed to the nine no matter what she is up to. Another thing that she does is that she really embraces her femininity despite whatever career she's in. I know a lot of women who are more in like male-centric careers are afraid to wear pink or dress up or accessorize or maybe even just flaunt their personal style because they're worried that they're not going to be taken seriously. But I feel like if Barbie were a real person, that's not what she would do. She would show up and be her stylish self and still say, hey, I am smart and you should take me seriously. And if you don't, well, then that's kind of your problem. Another important takeaway is that she really knows her signature style and color. I mean, close your eyes and think about it. What's the first thing that comes to mind? It's probably Barbie pink. Now, it doesn't mean that she's always wearing Barbie pink. I've seen her in pinks and blues and yellows and a lot of bright, beautiful colors. She does have somewhat of an overall color palette, if you will. I'm not saying that you have to have your signature color figured out, but it really does help when you're getting dressed in the morning to have a color palette that's like what you gravitate towards. It makes creating outfits so much easier because you can mix and match so many things. I know that the things that I have in my closet that I wear the least are always like kind of outside of my color palette and outside of like what I wear on a regular basis. They're like these one-off pieces always stuffed in the back of my closet somewhere that I notice I just don't gravitate towards a whole lot. I don't use a whole lot, and it's because it's not in my signature color palette. So another great lesson we can take away from Barbie is that she is not afraid to experiment. Yes, she tends to have long blonde hair when you think of a movie called Stereotypical Barbie, but we've also seen her as a brunette. We've seen her with short hair. We've seen her with her hair styled up. We've seen her all different ways, and I think that's a great lesson as well. I think a lot of us are kind of afraid or in our comfort zone and we're scared to experiment with style, but sometimes when you experiment a little bit, that's when you end up finding and falling in love with something totally new and totally different. Speaking of experimenting, one thing that Barbie is also known for is she is just always bold and she is not afraid of standing out. Think about that movie scene where she had her signature colors again with the bright pinks and blues and yellows, and yeah, she didn't look like anyone else, but she thought nothing of it. This was her bold, confident self. If Barbie was a real person and I asked her, hey, what do you think about the clean girl aesthetic or the beige girl aesthetic? I'm pretty sure she would not be on board, and there's nothing beige in this doll's closet. It's always bright and beautiful. I'm not saying you need to put on bright and beautiful colors. It's good to, again, be able to experiment and not be afraid to stand out. I know a lot of us might look at dresses and think, oh, am I gonna stick out? Is this too fancy? Is this too over the top? But if you love it, wear it. The last tip is actually probably one of my favorite takeaways of all, and that is that Barbie has the best accessories, and accessories to her are not an afterthought. They really make the whole outfit. I've seen Tennis Barbie and she's got her cute little visor. At the beach has like the big hat, the tote, she always has cute little bags. Sometimes she has sunglasses, sometimes she has multiple pair of shoes. Whatever the situation it calls for, she is always accessorized, and it's not an afterthought and a good takeaway we can all remember. If you like this video, I'll see you in the next one linked over here, and be sure to leave me a comment below and let me know what your favorite style tip is that you've learned from Barbie, and give me a thumbs up so that I know that you like videos like this. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.